this is how a actual cumulative flow diagram look like, right? You have a time and you have a number of work item types, which is a running summary so far. How many items have crossed a certain point in the flow? When I say cumulative, it is items so far. Okay. So this is a board. This board is only getting converted into a chart like this. So if you have difficulty in analyzing the chart, you need to go back to the board and then see what happened on that day. Now what happens is, this is a cumulative flow diagram with the phases of the projects: committed, design done, back end done, front end done, testing done, UAT done. And I take a particular line, let's say on the 9th June, if I want to do analysis, then I try to analyze it. Now the basic funda in the CFD is distance between the two lines should be an optimum distance. Neither it actually should not be too broad away. At the same time, it actually should not be meeting each other. Why? Because when it is broader, it means work in progress is very high. If it is meeting, then someone is waiting for the work. You understood what I'm trying to say? This board is only getting converted into chart, right? 1 minute. I'll explain in this manner. How do you go? So just take this link. I'm just pasting it here. In this article, I have explained how to analyze a CFD. I'm just putting it in the chat also for you people to save it or use it for your purpose. Here I have taken the same pictorial representation and then I am explaining it here. So you take a point here. It's not mandatory I need to take 9th June. Anything you can take, but somewhere you need to begin the journey. So on 9th June, the items committed so far is 24, design completed is 19. So what are we trying to do? When gap between the lines are void, it means work in progress is very high. At the same time, if the lines are too close to each other, it means someone is waiting for the work from the previous column. And when the line is almost parallel to x-axis, then it means the throughput is 0, because if it has progressed, it will be slanting. It will not be parallel. So these three indicators you need to keep in mind, and then you need to analyze the CFD. Are you people able to understand the basic? Because I'm now going to show you complex CFDs. If any questions here, ask me.
Balaji, could you explain this with some simple terms, maybe 2 or 3 stages, then explain, like say committed, designed, and back.
Okay. See now. Okay. See, let me tell like this: committed, design done, back end done, front end done, testing done, UAT done are the columns of your Kanban board. Because why? Because we cannot take doing as a state. We can only take done, no? Because only done is finished. See, within analysis and design, you can still have doing done. Within back and then dev, you can still have doing done. But what matters in the chart is only done for all the columns. So this board is only getting translated into a chart like this. You understood that concept first?
Understood. Yes.
Okay. Now what happens? That so to differentiate the different columns, we are giving different colors here. Correct? If I put same color, how will you understand? So black is for committed, this blue is for a design done, this orange is for back and done. So I'm just putting here. Now, cumulative flow diagram is a running summary. Running summary means what? If I want to say what is the status today, it means, okay, until now. Okay, till now, what is the value, which is called a cumulative, the English meaning. Now, on 9th June, if I want to make an analysis, on 9th June, I'm just seeing how many columns, okay, how many items are design done. 19 items are design done. Why? Because this blue color is a design done. 24 items are committed. You understood, right? A simple graph. Now the problem is, okay, what's a big thing in terms of the CFD? You need to see the distance between the lines. So I have written an article here, which you can go through later. Here I am explaining it. The gap between two lines should be an optimum distance. If it is very broad apart, it means work in progress between the two states is very high. It means what? There are too many items which is work in progress between the two states. It is not been moved to done. So you need to try it out. Yeah, you take this when I send this PPT, to take this PPT and then go through this particular article. See, this is a basic. If you don't understand the basic, then you cannot analyze your complex CFDs. So the moment you look into the CFD, first, okay, you need to see like this. Okay,
no,
here.
What is your one question? Yeah, the first point I understood. If it is widened, then the things are under progress or is more. Right, and when it is so close, you said it is starvation, right? So could you please give
that
me...
is very reverse logic only. No, if it is too close, then it means work in progress is zero. When work in progress zero means someone is waiting for the work to come in the first place.
Right, nothing to pull. Or okay,
nothing to pull, exactly, nothing to pull.
Okay, right.
Okay, so what happens if it is too close? Then there is nothing to pull from the previous column. So also the flow is getting impacted. At the same time, if the throughput, wherever lines are parallel to x-axis, work is not moving at all. It means the throughput is zero. Because if throughput had increased, the line will be like a slope. It will not be parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis means the equation of the line is y is equal to constant value. So it is not improving. So these three points you need to see in a CFD. Now, I am going to give you people real-time CFDs. Let's see how far you are able to analyze it. Okay. Okay, these are all some of the examples. Okay, for the same team, and before it was looking like this. After coaching and improvement, the flow become more leaner. Okay, and if you take Rally or CA, Agile Central, the probably the dashboard will look like this, predominantly at a release level. Okay, now look into this particular CFDs and then tell what thoughts come to your mind. Okay, first let us take this particular chart. Just take a minute to think based on the concepts what we have discussed. Of course, this blue color could be one phase, yellow color could be one phase, green color could be one phase, which is been understood. But look into the variation in the curve, because there is a difference between this curve and this curve, right? So what thoughts come to your mind?
Some spikes are coming.
Yeah, go ahead.
More streamlined requirement is coming.
Wow. Okay. What is that streamlined requirement means?
Oh, okay. So it's like okay, the requirement whatever.
It is not a streamline. No, if it is a streamline, then how there could be a V-shaped patterns there in the first place? See, okay. Now, why am I giving you this particular exercises? When I take interviews, I directly take a real-time chart from my project, and then I share the screen through MS Team to the candidate, and then I ask the candidate, this is how my CFD looks like. What do you infer? I'll just take only 2 or 3 questions. I will not spend more than 10 minutes. I will show this chart and then I'll ask the candidate. If the candidate answers it, selected. That's all. No need to deep dive much. Because if someone is able to apply the concept here, then all other situations will be very simple. Agreed?
So, yes, Balaji, my point of view is like the in progress. People are, as and when the requirements come, I think the team is taking up the requirement and putting it into the in progress curve. And in progress status. The in progress is gradually increasing. I assume yellow as an in progress, blue as done, and green as to do. So with that assumption, the in progress is increasing, and they are trying to limit the to do and kind of try to limit the backlog, but at the same time they are not moving many stories to done.
Correct.
So the done.
So, yeah. Hold on for the okay. Okay, can you just repeat the last line? More stories are coming in, but I just want that last
moving
line.
to done. They are
Yes,
just waiting
okay.
in the improvement.
So if I want to put it technically, it is there is a mismatch between the arrival and the departure. Why? Because the slope of the topmost line is something distinctively different from the slope of the bottommost line. It means items come at a faster rate, but the rate at which they are trying to depart or go away from the board takes a longer time. So what happens? Your predictability goes for a toss. What could be the reason? Potentially, the team is not enforcing the WIP limits. So probably we may need to correct the WIP limit and stop taking new tasks unless and until the pending tasks are getting completed. That could be one of the inference. So don't worry if you are not able to understand it fully. At least if you are able to get that orientation to think, that should be fine. Because generally in my mentorship program, I teach all these things to the people. Because in a webinar, I can give only limited value, right? Because it's a time boxed one. So just to cut a long story short, this particular chart is something where there is a mismatch between the arrival and the departure. It is not a balanced ecosystem. Point number one. Okay, leave the chart. Come over here now. Below chart. What thoughts come? Like this particular chart where I'm actually hovering the mouse.
This Balaji